So I'm going to take you on a journey today, guys. We're going to go back in time about a year ago from today, have a look at where my Illuvium journey started, have a look at where Illuvium was at that point in time and where we are now, both myself and Illuvium, through content and gaming and everything there is to be about Illuvium and myself. So let's get into it. So the easiest way for me to show you what has happened in the past year is to just go through some YouTube videos. I think I've got about 20 tabs open now. I went back and had a look at everything that I've watched in the past year and picked out things that are really relevant towards Illuvium's story and my story in the last year. So as you can see here behind me, this is the first ever video that I watched on Illuvium. This was after one of my good mates, Wonka, told me about Illuvium. Me and him both like Pokemon. He knew I was into crypto a little bit, so got me onto this. And my first thoughts of getting into Illuvium was about making money. So obviously the first video that I went and watched was this video about a deep dive on tokenomics of IRV and SRV2 with Andrew Wall and Kieran. This is my first introduction to them all. As you can see, it's an hour 30 long video. I don't know how much I've watched of this because it's a very long video to first dive into. But it's a really good starting place, I think, for a lot of people that are in the crypto scene. This is where they would start. They would start with the tokenomics of Illuvium because I think that this is a game that they can just go in and make money, which you probably can. But as we progress further and further into the year, you may see how my thoughts have changed on Illuvium, but we'll get to that soon. So the first actual video I do remember watching is this one right here by Najafe. If you haven't been around for a very long time, this is how Najafe used to do his videos with a little avatar. This is his breakdown on what SRV2 is. He was the first creator that I ever talked to, the first creator that I ever watched. And when I went back through my videos, there was probably 10 videos of his that I watched before I seen any other creator and their videos. And if you do watch Najafe, you do notice that most of his videos are towards making money in Illuvium and the way to monetize pretty much your gameplay throughout Illuvium, because most people that are around mine and his age don't have time to just go and play games for fun. So that's why this NFT gaming space is really moving forward for people around our age that have kids as well. Quick little thing here, have a look at how much SRV2 was compared to ETH back then. $218 per SRV2. I think right at the moment now, SRV2 is less than 50, maybe $40. So, as you can see, when I first got into it, the price of everything, I know it wasn't at its all-time high. I know this, guys, because I watched it continually go down after this as well. But $218 was what I was first paying when I first looked at getting SRV2. Luckily, I didn't buy heaps at that time. I did buy ILV and staked it at that time, but I did wait off on SRV2 and get that a lot cheaper. Again, as we move forward, I've found Scoriox here. Obviously, we all know that Scoriox is very into his charts and his spreadsheets and stuff like that. And as you could see just then, he was talking about a spreadsheet and how to buy SRV2 for the cheapest. Again, we're still in this monetization of the game phase of Illuvium. So the next video that I've got here is my actual first video that I'd done on Illuvium. Me watching this back right now, it is absolutely atrocious. And it only got 207 views, and it deserved 207 views. Maybe I don't get that much more right now, but this video is absolutely terrible, and this is where I'd expect me to start with my videos. Yeah, I'd made a couple before this, but this is my first one on Illuvium. I watch it back now and I'm like, I should have cut this, should have cut that, should have changed this, should have changed that. You've got to go from somewhere and you've got to learn. I'm still making mistakes now, but it is really good to have a look back at where I was and where I am now. I'm very happy at where I am now, and obviously I'm still looking to the future to make myself even better and better as we go on. But this first video, that was 11 months ago, and my first video that I ever watched on Illuvium was March 18th, which was pretty much smack bang a year ago from today. That's why I thought it might be interesting for you guys to see me reflect on my past year, as well as just giving you an update of where I am content wise and Illuvium wise. So Illuvium news, it hasn't been around very much lately. I can't find the time to do it, to be honest. I tried bringing it back. I think I did 2 episodes before it kind of went on hiatus again. I literally cannot find the time to make these videos whilst making other videos. It takes up a lot of time. I know it's only a 10-minute video. Going and finding all of these Discord messages like this and then collaborating everything together, making it and editing it pretty much takes up 2 nights of my time, and I really only get maybe 4 or 5 nights to really hit it doing these videos. I really did like making these Illuvium news videos, and I believe if I ever get to full-time doing content, this will be a regular thing. I'd be able to schedule it into my daily routine and make these come out on the same time, same day, every week. But for now, I think I'm still going to put it back into the vault. They are taken very well by the public, and as I said, they will come back soon. I just do not have the time to pump out these videos plus the other content that I do want to be pushing out. So this video right here, 5 tips to boost your game. This is right after PB1 was released, and this was 9 months ago. I can't believe that Arena got released 9 months ago. It feels like it wasn't even that long ago. I don't play it that often right now. I would love to, but it still crashes for me a lot. So I've kind of put that on the back burner as well. And videos on the Arena really don't seem to kick off as much as I would like to. I'm probably not one of the best. I'm definitely not one of the best players at autobattler by far. So the autobattlers are really just going to be put in the closet for now as well, just because I don't feel there's any value in the videos to be put out right now. I can't add much value, plus there isn't been many updates lately. If there's any updates, I will be putting videos out on it, but they just aren't getting the views or the looks unless I find something that's really out of the ordinary. But again, I'm not playing that much, so again, these are going to be on the back burner. So as you can see, this stream recording is not available, but this was the epic 24-hour Illuvium land AMA with Scoriox. If you weren't there for the land sale, this was a massive boost for a lot of creators, really. I'd already been talking to Scoriox, and I'd had, I don't know, maybe 100 to 120 subs, maybe a bit less, before this stream. And after this stream, I pushed up probably 100 subs just from this stream. I was on this stream for about 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer at the end of the stream with TSG. I would love to have it playing in the background, but this land sale really catapulted me into the eyes of a lot more people. I got a lot more well known. Obviously, thank you to Scoriox for having me onto the stream. This was amazing. I think once we get into open beta and we're connected to the blockchain, I myself will aim for a 24-hour stream. I think I can handle a little bit more than Scoriox did. He was very delirious by the end of the 24 hours. But in saying that, it did start at a very, very late time. I think it was about 11 PM. So it's just a terrible time for us Aussies to really start a 24-hour stream from. My optimum time, if I got to do a 24-hour stream, I'd probably wake up at 4 AM and go the whole way through to 4 AM, because I believe for myself, when I've done overnights and stuff, between 2 and 5, you get really tired. But we'll talk about that more when we get to full release. Just looking back on the land sale, this was a very pivotal moment in my content creation journey, and thanks to Scoriox for having me on, and to everyone else that was also in this stream that I got to meet, like TSG, Frobe, Bettermore, and whoever else was on there. It was a really good launch pad to actually get to know the other creators and be able to really talk to them personally. So as you can see here, this is another stream. This was the next day. This is the TSG stream. Because I had chatted to him the day before, he got me on for this one. Obviously, got to know Frobe a fair bit and got to talking to him. Again, thanks to TSG and all the other creators, because this was a really, really changing moment for me to actually go and talk to these other creators, and even these other Illuvium fans that found me through these streams and now are watching me on a daily basis. Thank you for being around since then, and thank you all, obviously thank you all the new subscribers, because that's what drives me to keep making videos. Obviously, after and around the land sale, land videos were going absolutely bonkers for everyone. Like, say my normal videos were getting maybe 200 views. My land videos, like this one, 400 views, and I've got another one coming up that was about 700 views. So it really went crazy and lent into the land videos, and even to this day, Scoriox says it all the time, but land videos do the best in views. I obviously don't have heaps on land, and I don't really have a full-on niche that I've been going down. I've pretty much just been testing the waters, I guess, with what videos do well, what don't, what do I like making. I'm really unsure which direction I want to go down into the future, but I feel like once the full game's out, we're getting a lot more gameplay videos, a lot more eyes on the scene. I think everyone's strategy is going to change and pivot as we get closer to that. Obviously, some people already have what avenues they want to be in, and that's cool, but I feel like mine will change a fair bit as we get into the actual gameplay. So this one, the Illuvitar's trailer got dropped. This was absolutely massive. We thought Illuvitar's was going to be soon. This was 8 months ago. I'll say that again. 8 months ago, the Illuvitar trailer dropped. Illuvitar has literally only come out like 2 weeks ago, Obviously this trailer was absolutely amazing and everyone's like, oh well, the land video was about a month before land sale, so Illuvium must have been close. Obviously a lot of things changed, IRP about having the albums and all the other stuff kind of come around with it, and they needed to build that out. I didn't think it was going to take 8 months, but we look at the albums now and they look absolutely amazing. Obviously they still need to do the leaderboards, which I feel like it should have probably been in there before the sale started, but it's getting made. It should be here very soon. I think V1.1 or whatever that's going to be, it will be implemented, and I think that really drives the whales to continually buy more and be that #1 position. So if you haven't been in Illuvium for 7 months or longer, I'd nearly advise you to just go back and watch this video because it is absolutely hilarious. This is a debate between Kieran Warwick and Michael Wagner. He is the CEO of Star Atlas, and this debate is being mediated by Kagi Jan. I also did a video on how this debate could have been a lot better, because it definitely wasn't a debate. It was literally Kieran just asking Michael questions and throwing shade at him about how he's doing his work and what he's doing to the Web3 community. They were all valid questions in my opinion, but obviously this whole thing could have been done very, very differently. I feel like it probably is nearly ready to be done again. This was 7 months ago. It would be nice to do one maybe a year. I'm definitely not putting my hand up to mediate this, because mediation it's not my forte, but I'm pretty sure there is someone out there that could do a better job than Kagi up there. A few days ago, Kieran said again that we are going to go through and do the Bulldogs merchandise and sponsorship again, and he's going to pay for all that out of his money because people aren't happy with that because of the conflict of interest. As you probably know, I am also a Bulldogs fan, so I'm very happy with the decision to keep going. But this was a good chat straight after their first drop that yes, there was going to be a jersey. Vetemore, Frobe, me and TSG jumped on a call straight up off the bat, talk about merch, because this was the first bit of merch, and probably I think it's the only bit of merch that you can or could have bought. You can't buy it anymore. So yeah, it was an interesting talk because it come along with a lot of other things. You got an NFT if you did buy the full package, which I think everyone in Illuvium that bought a jersey would have got the NFT as well. You also got a membership to the Bulldogs, which drove the Bulldogs international memberships through the roof. So I tried talking to the Bulldogs. I sent them an email and also went through Kieran to try and gather all of the people's memberships that didn't need it. So obviously Vetemore, Frobe, Najafe, all these guys that live overseas, there is no reason for them to have a membership because they cannot come to a game. We were trying to change their memberships into someone else's name that may not have the money or resources to go out and buy the memberships, kids or whatever else, so they could have memberships and go to the game or get whatever perks there was out of the game. They obviously did not let us do that. Kieran was talking to the CEO, and the CEO really just liked the fact that we had heaps of international members. Obviously that's the way they wanted to go down, and from when I was talking to Kieran, they do want to do a big Bulldogs x Illuvium like football day where, you know, we get out there, people are giving away jerseys, the Illuvium team's there, you know, just one of those big meet and greet days. And I really hope that happens soon, and I'll definitely try my best to make it to there if they want me to go. But so we've got a bit of a change of pace here. If you are a DGen NFT buyer, you know that ETH Lizards and Illuvium pretty much go hand in hand. I finally got my hands on an ETH Lizard, and literally the next day, I got hacked. ETH Lizard was gone out of my wallet. Huge Donny debacle, but eventually I got my ETH Lizard back. This was a great chat I had with Animositas. And if you don't already, go and get yourself a hardware wallet and protect yourself. This is last warning. If you're watching this, you don't have it, and you get done, that's on you. Just go and do it. It's not that hard. So on to one of the biggest milestones that I've had in my Illuvium journey, and this is interviewing Kieran, as we can see here. It has 1,800 views. It was done live. If you watch it back for the first 5 minutes or so, I was obviously very nervous, but we got into it, and it was a great chat. We talked about everything to do with Illuvium and Bulldogs and a few other things, and we just had a good chat. If you do go back and watch it, it's a lot of it is out of date and irrelevant, but it was a fun chat. Just watch the chat replay down the side there. It was going off the whole time. That was nearly more fun than the chat that we were even having. On my to-do list is to write a lot of questions that I have for Kieran or Aaron or Grant or Andrew or anyone within the team, so I can go and do another one of these chats again. I feel like this is some of the best content that you can have. You have direct access to someone as high as Kieran is in a game development. This is unparalleled with any other game. Hopefully I can get this opportunity again. It is on my list to try and really push, but as I've said before, time is not something that I have heaps of, so just trying to prioritize what is more important. And I feel like this is getting to be one of those more important things as we get closer and closer to game. And once gameplay date is released, this will be top of the list priority, as I'm sure he will go on another one of his rounds of interviews. So this video right here is just a really big introduction video that I tried to do for anyone that's ever going to come into Illuvium. This is kind of a very beginner entry level. This is the gaming side of Illuvium. I really liked this video. I got Crystal to do the editing for it. She done an absolutely amazing job. It would have taken a long time. It could have been done a lot better on my behalf. I kind of made it a little bit harder for her, but she did awesome. All these visuals that you see in the background, she put these together. All I did was talk and do my whole spiel, gave that to her, and she did this. It is amazing. I absolutely love what she's done. I definitely need to do a lot more of these hyper visual videos. As you can see, most of my videos are like this one today. It's just me talking at you with things behind me. Again, it just comes down to time. I don't have the time to go and edit videos like this. I don't know if you guys know how long it takes to edit a video, but even this video that I'm doing right now will take 2 to 3 hours just to edit, and hopefully it's around 10 to 20 minutes. So you can see the time pressure that it takes just to edit one video. This video behind here, this would have taken like multiple days, and I don't have that time. So going forward and obviously if I do get full time, then I will be trying to do more of these because I can schedule it into it, or if I am full time, I can pay someone to do stuff like this for me. So I'm unsure where this fits into the timeline because I didn't do any videos or anything whilst I was up there, but I did head up to the Gold Coast in Queensland to go to CryptoCon, where I did meet Andrew Wall, Kieran, Rich, and a few other people from the team. I also met Scoriox and Vetamore whilst I was up there. We had an absolute great time. It was the first time we got to try PB2. It was an absolutely amazing weekend, meeting the team, going out and just having a great time. I really hope that the Illuvifest that Kieran keeps on talking about, it comes to fruition and is sooner rather than later. I cannot wait to meet up with all the people again. I know they only work 2 hours away from where I am right now, but I'm not just going to rock up on their doorstep and go, hey, how you doing? But yeah, Illuvifest, I really hope that comes to fruition and is something that comes in very, very soon, because I love a festival and I love Illuvium, so why not join them together? Overworld. 3 months ago this got dropped. This was just a gameplay developer walkthrough. Nothing special. Just her running around, showing off the map, showing off Crimson Waste, what gets done, how free-flowing everything was, and then we got our hot little hands on it about a week after this. But this is the beginning. This is the beginning, and hopefully we get some updates soon. We get a new region soon, I'm sure. I will be showing you some of that very soon, but there will be more content coming out on this, guys. Illuvium Zero got released. This is TSG's brutally honest review of it all. I didn't do much videos on ILZ just because I haven't played it that much, to be honest. I did really like it. I am going to play it once Season 1 starts, but I am not someone that is really much a replayer of games. Again, that's why I haven't played much of Autobattler, all the Overworld, all this, because I just don't want to put myself through getting so far into the game and then it just getting wiped. Like, even with legacy games, if I had been halfway through a game and it got wiped, I'd probably not even start again. Like, there was a God of War I played, I got stuck at a certain point. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm just done. I'm not gonna play anymore. Just because I hate replaying games. I know that it goes against the whole Illuvium kind of thing of replayability and going out and capturing, but that's a little bit different because you're going out for different reasons to go and level up your characters continually, and there is that monetization side behind it. And as I said at the start, look now, am I talking more about money or am I talking more about games? I'm definitely a gamer at heart. Yes, I love investing, I love gambling, I love trying to make money. So that obviously is a big part of me as well, but gaming is my main focus. So Season 1, once that starts, then ILZ videos are definitely going to be coming out, so don't worry about that. Abyssal Basin, just an overworld preview, has come out, and it is so dark and eerie and amazing. I love the look of this. It wasn't one of my favorites at the start. Like, Crystal Shores is my favorite by far, which is the total opposite of this. It is bright and pink and like in your face, whereas this is just that scary, ominous look. And I absolutely love it, to be honest. This looks sick. The sounds sound amazing, and those purples, they're just so sweet. So Illuvium, the launch party was 2 weeks ago. As I said, 8 months ago was when the actual trailer got dropped. The stream is not available for recording. I know there was a few mishaps with Illuvium Beyond and the launch, and it didn't sell as much as they wanted, and a few other things went wrong. It is literally the first sale of its kind on the Web3 market. Like, easily. Land sale, there was already other land sales that had happened. They learned from their mistakes, and they made it into the Illuvium style. There was no gas fees, there was no nothing. They made lots of money. It all went absolutely amazing. This Illuvium Beyond launch party and sale, alpha sale, this was the first one of its kind. This has never happened before. There's obviously been other NFT sales, but that was first come, first serve, and a limit of like 1,000 or 10,000. Whereas this is unlimited. Obviously the alpha wasn't, but like, they're going to learn from this, guys. Yes, it was the first one. Yes, they could have done things better, but it's the first thing that is ever of its kind. This has not been replicated any other time. So they were the first out of the barrier with this. I'm sure that this next wave, they will learn from this and everything will be 10 times better. Obviously, it didn't help that they had issues right off the bat and had to postpone 3 or 4 hours. But I'm sure they are working on it, and it's going to just go up and up and up. So we got 2 more here. This is a chat that I did with Van Umbra like, 7 days ago. It's a really cool chat. You just really deep dives into everything there is gameplay wise about Illuvium. Asked me a few curly questions. I wanted to put this one up here just because I did really enjoy having this chat with Van Umbra, and it is really stuck in my head that I need to get on and talk more to other creators. We need to collab more. I want to collab more. Like, seriously, I hadn't talked to Van Umbra more than a few messages in Discord, and we talked for about 30 minutes before this chat and for another hour and a half after this chat. So that was a solid maybe 3 hours worth of chatting, and I'd never chatted to him before. You get like-minded people that love Illuvium, love stuff like this, and we can chat for hours. So any other creators that get this far into the video and just want to collab, hit me up. Let's find a time, and it's possibly the easiest type of content you can make. All you need to do is get 6 questions written out, and you get a 45-minute piece of content that now he can clip up. I might be able to clip a few up, put it on my channel, make shorts, whatever. Easy. The editing that goes into that chat is very minimal as well. I don't think there's any except for the start that he put in. So I really want to do a few more of these because it's just easy and it's really entertaining for myself. Yeah, maybe only 130 people have viewed this, but he only has 183 subscribers. If you aren't one of those, make sure you go out and subscribe. Go and help these smaller guys that are just starting out. Like, man, I'm still small. I've only just gone over 1,000 subscribers. Go and check his stuff out. He's making some really cool content. And go and watch this chat that I did with him. So, last video I'm bringing up is this Brightland Steps region preview. Again, it is the total opposite of Abyssal Basin. It is bright. It is high and like the elevation aspect. Whereas Abyssal Basin looked like it was very expansive and water driven. So I cannot wait to go around this, and there will be content coming out on this as soon as it is released, maybe even before. We'll see how we go. So that's all the videos that I found that I really wanted to go through and really touch on. Yes, I've made a few other videos that aren't anything to do with Illuvium, and those videos are really why I kicked off and went from about, I went from about 450 subscribers all the way up to over 1,000, just about to hit 1.1k. So a lot of the people that are watching my content or are on my channel aren't really even around Illuvium, but it got my channel to monetization. Doesn't mean anything. I get a little bit of money. I think I've earned like $44 in the last 2 or 3 weeks that I've been monetized. So as you can see, monetization doesn't really make you that much money. Obviously, money is not everything it is about, but the more money I make from this, the better content I can put out, because then I can spend more time on it. I can spend on upgrading my gear, get better lights, better camera, better microphone, better whatever else. I can pay for people to edit my videos, you know, stuff like that. So money isn't my main focus of content creation. It is fun. Like, I'm having fun doing this. Yes, it takes a lot of time out of my life, but it's, what else would I do? I'm just playing games for fun. Like, so I'm going to be playing games and then making content, which is also fun. Obviously, making money is end game. But for now, editing, making fun content, playing games, interacting with the community and stuff like that, that's my main goal. Money will come if Illuvium kicks off. If Illuvium kicks off and then people like what I make, then I will make money from you guys just watching my content. You don't even need to outlay anything. So how good of a trade-off is that? You get to watch fun content while earning me dollars. That sounds like a good trade-off. So that is a wrap-up of my last year and Illuvium's last year. As you can see, we went from a lot more tokenomics, money, and can people make money. There's still a lot of videos coming out about how you can make money with an Illuvium and whatever, but that's how people have niched their content. My content is definitely going to be more aimed towards gameplay, fun things to do, beginner's guides, and kind of the news side of stuff. As you know, I want to do more Illuvium news, but time. So I don't think that I've even got close to hitting my straps just yet, because the game isn't even fully out yet. Once it is out and we are starting to go and catch our Illuviums, build our own decks, we can start to have a bit more fun and a bit more openness with the game. That's when I feel like my content is going to really start to shine through, because I can really show a bit more of my personality through in videos, rather than just having the content behind me and reading through the dev vlog or the council notes or something like that. That is really just a read through. But anyway, that is my last year of wrap up and where I kind of want to head to. If you have anything that you would really like to see me do in the future, let me know in the comments down below, because me making content that you want to watch is the aim. I want to make stuff that I like making, but I want to make content that you like watching and will continually want to watch through me. So that is a little bit of a brainstorm explosion of where I'm at right now. So do with it what you will, and I'll catch you in a video soon. Cheers.